particularly people who really are hard to get openings against, I guess I would say, or like play more passively. Because I feel as though my play style is developed around like getting my opponent to screw up. Where like I'd like to like focus on creating a game plan that's more like proactive. Like so like I guess what I'm saying is like if I run into like a campy player playing a like Spacey or I don't know, Captain Falcon or something. It could be really anybody.
Any top or high tier character that isn't Yoshi, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Whenever they like, if I notice they're just playing that particular way, I like don't have really any way of like. It's really boiled down to like maybe I just shouldn't approach either, which I know isn't necessarily the answer, and I've like tried to think through ways that I can like manipulate their stage position so that they can't really do it, but I don't know. That's where I'm like I'm wishy-washy, where I don't really know how to like formulate the game plan, but I know there's a game plan to be made.
Totally fine. Again, this is where I'm here to help. So that's good background.
Appreciate it.
Hey, you're paying to be here. But some at least I can do is my job. But so let's talk your answers real quick here. So, win condition. I will say that this is I do like this definition because it's the situation where the attacker has removed all the defender's options to recover and therefore wins. So let me ask you, is killing the opponent the only way to win in this game?
You can time them out as well, but
yeah. So that is a way to win. That is a way to win.
Yeah, so I guess that's a win condition that I wasn't thinking of. Yeah.
What about like characters who just have like, you know, very imposing strengths over the opponent? Like, is recovery really the only way that they can die? Like, what about like killing someone off the top?
I guess like defense, I guess. But I guess there is no defense to getting up smashed at a certain percent by Fox. But yeah, I guess so. Yeah, like the top of the stage exists. Yeah.
So the way I define it is it's a game state that a player plays towards, characterized by accruing advantage past a tipping point. And what happens after that tipping point is that the defender no longer either has a severely handicapped or no ability whatsoever to fight back against whatever the other person is doing. So like Marth versus Luigi on FD, when you have Luigi above Marth in juggle state with no jump. At that point, Luigi is effectively dead. There's nothing he can really do to interact with what Marth is doing other than like hit buttons and hope they do something, and they won't. But like the point at which the opponent's best line of play is hope and pray and, permitting, smash the eye. Like at that point, that is a win condition to me because it's something concrete we play towards that earns us a victory or a stock or just some kind of like really, really important reward that we need for our game plan to run.
I see, yeah.
I like to work backwards a lot. Have you ever tried that?
Yeah, I've heard the concept before. Or you like start with your end goal and then work backwards.
So can you think of any ways you could do that with your game? Like, is that how you approach things currently, or like what goes into this?
Not necessarily. I've been just kind of, I guess, in a certain sense, I've been just running into the wall because I haven't been looking at things necessarily from that perspective. I've been looking at it more of like just throw things out and see what sticks.
Okay.
And then using what I've like gathered to like I don't get things done in that sense, but I haven't necessarily taken a like big picture look at it like that, like what the end goal is and then how to get there. I've just been like just try to win.
It's like unranked and ranked are fun. I want to do that.
Yeah.
And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that approach, but yeah, like especially when we come into like tougher matchups, we sometimes have to like apply a little more structure to them because they are tough and we need to know what our steps are. So totally reasonable. With that in mind, I know because we've spoken. I know that we both know that undershooting, overshooting, and whiff punishing, like, they exist in an RPS system. So we're gonna skip that one. But let's talk about the question 3. So I see you've selected 4, 8, 6, 3, 2. Can you talk to me about 3 and 2?
So dare, and like kind of like fast fall fair.
Yeah, but are those things we worry about? Like, I asked which ones she covers, or like which blocks does she cover most?
Just kind of most oppressively, I would say. I mean, I guess I was tiering them from like most oppressive to least oppressive. And with like a choice of 5, but so those 3 and 2 would be the least oppressive out of all of them.
So it's like 4, 6, 8 is what we're watching out for, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
But
so
3 and 2 exist, and yeah.
But we're not worried about them.
We're not worried, but there's something to consider, I think.
Agreed. So let's think about like how we've seen successful positioning from like other characters or our character, really anyone, versus Jigglypuff. Where are they usually in relation to her?
Diagonal.
Or below her.
Yeah, or below her. Yeah, like Ness. I mean, in my perspective, it's like I'll catch her with a fair from below.
I like to nair there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or up air, full hop up air. Let's go. But the point is, like, we can kind of see that like this is essentially like how characters wind up spacing against her and positioning themselves because of the limits of her kit. So she just doesn't have something below her that's like particularly effective. She doesn't cover the diagonals like the 7 and the 9 effectively because that's just something she can't do. So I think that when we're dealing with like when we're kind of like formulating structure for any matchup, this is usually a good starting point. Like this, and like understanding which of the what the opponent's character is good at or bad at in the positional, like the undershoot, whiff punish, overshoot triangle, and what their tools, like what spaces their tools cover effectively. Those are usually a pretty good starting point for kind of understanding that, plus what their good punish moves are, like what are their high reward things. That I think is always, those 3 are basically where we want to begin for constructing any kind of game plan, because it lets us know like what their goals are, it informs us what our goals are, and it also kind of gives us a clue as to where we want to be in relation to them, just broadly speaking. So with that in mind, how would you like to proceed? We have a lot of points we can jump off. We have a lot of directions we can go from here. How do you foresee this time being productive?
I was thinking about just playing a couple, like, either unranked or ranked games, and just trying to, like, I guess ranked would be better, just because I'm probably going to run into somebody that'll try and camp me. But
yeah.
And just like go about it the way that I would go about it, and then
we can break it down after and maybe try to. Okay. Yeah. I love that. So I'm going to give you my spectator code. You just have you done spectator before?
I believe I did during the Thunderdome, but I'll try again. So spectate, and then
you have to plug my code in, so I just sent it to you.
Yeah.
And then let me know when you're on start broadcast. There we go. Okay, excellent. I have loaded this up, and alright, we should be good. Let me know when we're in a match.
Alright. Searching now.
You sound very tired. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I've had a lot of work at work. I'll put it that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and you work a pretty hard job, if I recall, right? Like you're in
Yeah, it's like manual labor. I'm in a warehousing, so doing a lot of things. Don't want that.
What are we?
Are you able to watch? I'm in.
I can't. I'm not able to see striking. Yep, but I can see the match. Okay. So we've got things going on. Okay, nice dash attack overshoot. I would be looking to back air there, like rising back air when he's on the when he's landing on the platform. It's okay. It's first game.
Little sloppy, yeah. Little sloppiness. And that's stuff that, like, I know I'm just gonna have to play to get better at tech skill.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not, like, when I don't know. I think I should probably try and spend a little bit more time practicing.
You can watch the opponent while you play the full time, right?
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, this is like what I would consider the type of tech skill that you need is just cleanup.
Yeah, that's what I'm mainly saying. It's just like I haven't spent too much time like in Uncle Punch just doing the reps, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like clean everything up. But I know that'll just come with time and playing.
Okay, so I'm kind of just trying to take this game in as a whole, so that's why I'm not talking right now.
It's all good. I understand.
Yeah. Do you know which of your aerials hit, like short hop aerials, hit the side platform?
I do not. That's something that, like, yeah, like, just, like, spatial awareness I'm kind of lacking, so I should probably check that out. Like, I can't say that off the top of my head, but
only your
I'd
up
imagine,
air.
like, yeah, only up air. I was thinking maybe fair, like the tip of the top of it, but
because it's low. It's in front of Ness and below him. So yeah, it's only up air, I believe, that hits there. So we have to, if he goes up on the side platform and we want to hit him with a powerful hit, we have to full hop it. Or we can I guess we could use a double jump trick, but like the fastest option is always going to be full hop. That was sick. That was really, really cool.
I've been getting those a little bit more lately. I don't know what I'm doing different, but it's probably what the opponent's doing different.
So let's look for. So if the opponent's diagonal to us, like down, like in front of us, let's use our fair more.
Yeah, I gotta start fast off fair. Like
okay.
That.
Yep. So the point, if you want, we can. Okay, let me just grab my controller real quick. Between the bottom two vertices, like on the controller gate, like not the bottom one, but the two to its sides. Fast falling is done when the stick passes the point below, like if you draw a line between them. Fast falling happens when you go below those points. When you reach those points or go below.
So you're talking about like the bottom left and bottom right notch?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh shoot.
It's okay.
Yeah,
so
there.
Against this guy, what are you thinking? What are your thoughts?
I don't want to give him space to like retreat, or I don't really want to. I'm not that threatened by this player, but I did just lose, so I'm probably gonna go FD so that they can't get on platforms.
Okay.
Because they were just going to platforms above me to escape.
So, to catch that full hop, what do we have to do?
Full hop ourselves and up there, or wait for them to hit.
Why don't we? Couldn't we just fair?
Or which?
Like full hop fair if he's jumping up like that?
Yeah, wall out, like kind of like Marth does.
Yeah. I mean, like, we have a big disjointed fair. Why not use it, right? We want to wait for him to, like, jump first, I think. Like, for that full hop. So we don't want to, like, over commit to, like, covering it. Nice.
Yeah. Nice.
So why? So you do the double jump wave that dashes?
I think it's out of like old habit. I've been trying not to for a long time, but when I was picking the character up, I like made a bad habit out of doing it too much. But I do them kind of just as like a. I know they're not as fast as just dash wave dash, but I do them as kind of like a movement mix-up
Makes sense.
when I am trying to do them.
I mean, they have the audio cue, which is kind of cool. Why forward throw?
I didn't think back throw would kill at that percent.
Yeah, but it's stronger at that percent.
I guess I'm not. I guess I'm not that confident in my edge guarding abilities.
But
like
then what? But
Falcon's super far out. But what's? Oh yeah, but F throw there. Yeah, I guess you're right.
because like we're just giving him like an easier recovery because he's closer. Like he's closer and still a bit still high up, right? So. We could also have like up throw nair or something.
I don't think I've ever really gone for up throw nair. Never really thought about that. I usually down throw nair a lot, but up throw nair.
The impression I am getting is that we need to experiment with more stuff.
Yeah. And that's why I kind of came to you. Like that's where I'm saying I'm like I kind of like hit like a speed bump where I don't really know what to try.
Why do you need to know what to try? Why don't you just try? No, try whatever. Like you know how the game works.
Yeah,
at some level,
yeah.
like just do it. Like just do things.
Oh, I wish that I finished that. Focus.
Well,
that was not enough time for that.
Why did you go for that? Did you think you had enough time?
Yes.
Oh.
That's where yeah, I was just wrong.
Okay.
Just a wrong move.
So let's talk about the flash trap. When do you have enough time for that, do you think, generally speaking?
I think that you can have enough time for that if they are, I'd say, trying to think of a size, distance. I'd say like 3 or 4, probably 4 battlefield platforms off of ledge.
Oh, so they have to be that far off stage?
That far off stage, yeah. And they weren't that far that time, but, and I'd say that I'll say, sometimes, I don't know, I think this is where I'm saying earlier, I kind of just prey on my opponent's mistakes too much.
Yeah, so
yeah.
I'm going to challenge you. Let's try to not use the flash trap unless the opponent has to use their jump and their up B for distance to recover.
Yeah.
Because like that would how that would look would be like Pikachu has to do like side B and then like both warps above B. Then that's fine. Fox has to like jump and then up B and travel the full length of it, and then fall a bit, that's fine. Falcon has to like down B, jump, then up B.
Up B, yeah.
Yeah, like that's fine. But
yeah.
we're not gonna do it if they can just like come back, if they can just jump back and kill us.
Yeah.
So it's now we've made it easier to summarize it, right? It's like, do they have to do their recovery moves? Yes, no. And it's like, no? Okay, cool. We're not doing it then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I am queuing up into another game.
Nice.
Another Falcon.
We're going to use up throw as our main combo throw in this one. And if we want to put him off stage, we use forward throw or back throw. But we're going to shy away from down throw for a bit.
Okay.
We're going to focus on up throw and forward throw as the two main ones.
Are you seeing it?
Yep. We're good.
Okay. Okay, that was not on purpose.
What did you mean to do?
But it worked. The down, or actually the up smash. I don't think I meant to do that up smash, and I can't think of what I was meaning to do. But that was just.
Okay.
If I look it back, I might be able to think of what I was trying to do.
No, we're not gonna worry. We're not gonna worry about that. Let's just. We're just gonna fight this guy. We're gonna so when he's below us and to the side, we're gonna use our fair and our back air, depending on which side he's on more, because those are really important moves, and they have better hitboxes in front of us than down air does.
Okay, yeah, I'm reaching too much with my PJC down airs.
Exactly, like he's so far away from us. And you're also like backing up a lot when he's at the edge. Nice back here. The commentator combo. So, we did that dare. We're going to just, imagine the situation where you did that dare in, and now just imagine what it would require to do fair. Like, imagine what your hands have to do. And then just next time we're going to do fair there.
I see.
See, we get to bully him more. And pin him and keep him in like the corner, like keep him in the space that our character is functional in. Nice.
Fair on that up air, but
I think what we did was just fine.
Yeah.
So, how does it like compare? So what are some other reasons? Why do you think that these are things that would be important versus like a more defensive player, like using our hitboxes?
Because it leaves us open less and is more oppressive versus them, I guess. Like it.
Yeah, like he has to actually pay attention to what we're doing. Like down air is really easy to beat. It's just powerful, but it's not that hard to beat. I like the idea. I would have back thrown him personally. Like just get up, back throw him, and then just like go from there. I find that like stomp into like stuff on Falcon isn't as good as it is on Spaceys because he's just so heavy. So I like just taking the chunky.
Not as much time.
Not even that. It's just that like he doesn't go far from like solid hits like that. I find that like moves that have good.
Grab.
Yeah, like stomp back air. I find that like he has to DI it badly for it to like work. Like, for him to go flying off from Stomp back air, he has to DI the back air poorly, and I don't think he's going to do that. So for me, it's more important that we have a good starting position from, like, our, for our hit. And back throw gives us that, because, like, it keeps him in place on the ground, so he's going off low. I wouldn't do it at this %, but, like, on that stock where he was at, like, 90 or whatever, yeah, I would have probably, yeah. That would have been a different decision, but that's okay. I haven't seen you up throw.
Yeah. Let's see, yeah, that's where, like, I gotta learn to just do, yeah, I don't know. I've got things that aren't correct ingrained into my play right now that I need to
Everyone has things
on.
that...
Yes.
Everyone has those. Like, it's...
Yeah.
Does it make you feel... Like, are you embarrassed about it?
No, I'm not embarrassed. Like, that's why to be honest, like, that's why I came to you. It's because I need somebody to, like, tell me what these things are.
So up throw would be a big thing. Because Ness's up throw combos are sick. I do like that you forward throw as your main throw. Like, I think his forward throw is very good. Yeah, I think that we still have to up throw more. So on that one, you know how you're like fair put him onto the platform?
Yeah.
So after you hit him with that fair and you instead of double jumping into fair, try double jumping into up air, like to hit him there. Like so.
Pop him up instead of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fair into up air is like a big link. That doesn't work on Falcon very well. I don't really like going for chain grabs with him in general. I just like going. I prefer to just do the up airs or the back air, up airs, back airs, fairs, whatever you're doing, just do them. Nice crawl. He avoided it, but that was well done. Nice cross up.
Just going to plaid.
Try when you hit that PK Thunder and he gets knocked down, try to just tech chase him with something simple and that lets you react, like grab. Grab, the dash attack tech chase, if he's nearby, forward tilting him, anything like that is really good. But
yeah,
we're trying to get too fancy, I think. Like, we're doing things that are slower than the amount of time that we have.
Okay.
Yeah. How do you find this is going so far? And is there anything I can be doing, like, more effectively here for you?
No, I think this is going good. Getting the information that I'm thinking, good. Getting information that's definitely helpful.
Okay. Sounds good. I mean, I always look forward to these because it's very rare that I get to, like, coach for my character.
Yeah.
I think it's happened, like, one other time with Kumatora, and that's, like... Oh, wait, no, Ollie. So it's happened... This is now the third time it's happened ever. And so I'm very excited. I take it we're queuing?
Yeah, I'm queuing.
Perfect.
Yeah, that match went better than the first one. I like the fair ideas that you're giving me. And the way you explained it was good. Where instead of stomping, just fair. So I got a Marth.
Nice. This was something we needed to work on.
Yes. I feel like I just shouldn't have done that. I just struck.
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna take them to Yoshi's because
Yoshi's is fine.
Yeah, but
So that would have been a good spot for that. Like, imagine if we had up aired instead of the last fair. Like, we would have popped him up at, like, 37 above, like, a Yoshi's platform. Like, yeah, we would have been... That would have been so money.
that was bad.
Okay, this
guy's just throwing it. But I shouldn't say that because they'll probably reverse.
So, let's not...
Yeah, I get... Yeah.
So why are we fighting Marth in the corner when he's, like, in advantage state? Like, we should be just getting out of there.
Oh.
Like, this is fine. Now we're in it. We're kind of at an advantage. Now we're at neutral, so yeah, exactly. We play tricky. We get our hits. Nice. Nice snare. Light shield hog. Okay, too slow.
Yeah.
It's okay. I like the up air. Yeah, he's just like, get me out of here. Did he disconnect?
No.
Okay.
He's still here. They're still here. I think they're probably gonna switch characters.
Or those
they're Young Link now.
Okay. So this is something. This is a campy, annoying character.
To tell you the truth, this isn't like the one that I have the most, but it is. This person could play the way that I don't think they're going to, though. I think they just low tiered me, but.
I mean, we'll never know if they low tiered or not. Like.
Yeah, true. I can't jump to these conclusions.
So, I think that the position you're taking there is good, like pinning him using the side platform to kind of have the 45-degree angle in. So my question here is, how do we cover him going to that top platform?
Up B.
What if we just got under the side platform? Like, the side platform, like, what if we were, like, when he's under the side platform, what if we just got into, like, that diagonal position that we were enjoying, and then just, like, you know, deal with him then? Because I think we're backing up too much when we're, like, on side platform. Because why are we retreating to center, like, when we can just shield drop and use our aerials in that position? Like, we already have him boxed in. Like, we have a goal. Yeah, exactly. I'm saying stay when you're in that kind of spot, stay and fight. And then, like, yeah, you try to cover him once he goes over you. Like, but we have to, like, kind of play on the platform some of the time, too. There's nothing wrong with just grabbing him when he misses.
Yeah.
Like, that stomp is so ambitious. You just don't have the window. You just don't have the window to hit that. Nice item trick. Yeah, I don't think that PK Thunder is, like, the solution here. Young Link, I think, has just got a little too much going on up there. I think it can be part of it, but I think that we just need to, like, pressure him first. Like, we need to, like, apply... Okay. We need to cut off more of his spots. Yeah, like that. PK Fire is an okay Edgeguard against the up B.
Alright, I'm just holding him.
Okay. Yeah, like, okay, so yeah, you can do those. So that's kind of like the type of play I'm thinking of like on the side platform. Like, we're kind of like holding the side platform as a position, because if he's below it or in front of us, we can kind of like control that with fair, and then if he tries to jump around us, we're like positioned to be able to like cut him off. But we have to just not get off the side platform so we can use like the full hop to do the cutoff. Because if we have to use our double jump, then it doesn't work as well. So wait, so what is the game plan here?
I'm a little bit confused right now. I'm just trying to not get hit and find an opening.
You have to play closer to him. Young Link can't throw bombs diagonally up. So being like above and in front of him is okay. Because he can only throw the boomerang once. Yeah, it should be,
Yeah.
Okay. So, breathe it out.
Yeah.
Repeat after me.
Up?
Repeat after me. Young Link cannot throw bombs diagonally.
Can't throw bombs diagonally. Okay.
So, if
Gotcha.
Yeah. See that we have that down air coming up. That is that I'm realizing you're like Joey. That's your panic move. Like that's your like I just want to like hit this person. That is not a move that is good at hitting people. We have to use our fair. We have to use our up air. We have to use our bear. Like we have to like down air's good when we're already in on them.
I don't know what I was going for there. You're saying TK fire there, aren't you?
On
or
the up,
what he's
on
recovering.
The, oh yeah, on the up B, yes.
Okay. Because that's where I'm like, I don't even know what like when I'm in that situation where I'm like, okay, Edgeguard them. Like I'm just kind of like, what move? And then I just get hit by their up B because I like put myself out there.
Oh. You can fall
so
against up B. You can also fall on his head and bonk him with your nair. So you see how his like sword spins around when he's doing it? There's a part of it where his sword doesn't cover his head very well. Oh, that was sick. Like, it's kind of like not on him in front of him, but like on him kind of like directly on top of him or behind him. Like, it's weird. But you don't like come at him like directly on top of him for nairs and bears.
I think I normally like do a lot more like my own projectiles too against any or maybe not.
I don't really like using Ness's projectiles against this guy. I think PK Fire is fine. Just because you can do it like off his projectiles and like create the walls and stuff, but like yeah, that's good.
I see now. Yeah.
It's simple, right?
Yeah. You just wait for them to be at that spot. I see.
Yeah, it's hard for them to sweet spot around it. You can also shoot diagonal ones too, like short, like they sometimes can hit his grapple. Like those ones are fine. But I feel like if we're looking for those, we might as if grapple is a serious consideration, we probably should have PK Thundered anyway. So I'm just going to point out, remember, PK Fire has like 20 frames of landing lag, and it takes a while to come out. So like, in the spots where we miss with it and it doesn't do anything, we could have also just like fared, and it would have been much more efficient.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're just covering like a zone tentatively, like if we don't actually know if he's going to be there or not, it's probably better than to use our fair.
A fair. I didn't know cancel that.
See, that PK fire made sense because we like kind of had a read on, we had a good call on where he was, and yeah, like it just happened to cut through that zone like really effectively. But on the ones where we don't have that, and we're just kind of like covering things just because we want to put something out and like cancel our jump momentum, fair is much more fair is more efficient. It's safer. Nice.
Okay. That's a game. Yeah, but no, I hear you. I gotta stop using these B moves so liberally.
Yeah, they're a big commitment, right? They just kind of they gum up the works if we're not careful with them. And I get it; they're so powerful and flashy and cool, but like they really don't. There's a reason that like none of me, Murdoch, and Joey really make them like the focal point of any of our playstyles. It's just because his other moves are more efficient. They just are. It's not that his specials are like useless. It's just that like they're just more efficient. Other stuff. Let's go. Oh god, this person's quick. No, your shield grab was fine. He did drill up tilt. Like, that is absolutely unsafe. What I'm noticing here is that we're using too many, like... Yeah, we need to, like, use the right aerial, like, the right jump for the type of coverage we're looking for. Also, I'd try to grab this guy. He's shielding a lot.
Okay.
Well, sorry, I should clarify. Grab him when we're on offense.
Yeah, when I have him...
Yeah, when we're attacking him.
And under pressure, yeah.
Okay. After this set, we're gonna go into direct, and I'm gonna teach you some techniques.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Because I think I have some good general concepts to like show you, and I think they'll help you a lot. How hard is fast falling for you?
It's where like one of my where I've spent time like learning L canceling and wave dash. I've just like not spent any really like focused on the concept of fast falling. I do it, but like I don't really like my understanding of it isn't very proficient.
I'm gonna say something that probably sounds crazy, but stay with me. Fast falling is almost more important than like wave dashing.
Yeah, because it's like a timing mix-ups.
I just think it's like more. I think it's just a bigger source of efficiency.
Yeah, movement-wise.
Yeah, because it cuts down our hang time, which we want to, as like any character with good aerials, which is out of the top tiers, literally all of them. So, like a lot of those top tier characters don't really wave dash like all that much, except for like specific micro positioning, but every single one of them jumps. So yeah, it's like not exactly an optional one. Because, yeah, none of Ness's DJCs are safe without it. Well, there's very specific frame-perfect ones that are, but...
Try FD.
We got this.
Try to get into camp.
Okay, so when he's camping like that, what do you think you do?
I shouldn't have ran off like that.
Nope, definitely not. So what should you have done?
So when he's I should have just stayed there and kept doing a down tilt, and then
also
stomped
no.
once he was, no.
Why not just stomp it? Why not just? Why are we waiting?
Right when he gets, right when he loses his double jump, just go for the stomp.
Well, once he's in a position, we can Edgeguard, but we could also just we could also do fairs, like push him away, then start doing like pull him away with PKT on the next one. So yeah. Yeah, this is almost all of the things we need to address are efficiency issues. That's okay.
Yeah, and this is where I appreciate, because this is what I was looking for. Really, is just somebody to tell and show me where I'm like lacking, like in that department. Yeah, and I think that with better efficiency, I'm just going to be able to actually carry out game plans more effectively. Yeah, like we're not strong enough at the building blocks, and that's okay, because that's part of it. But I would say that, like, so I have a question. So you said that you haven't really, like, learned fast fall the same way that, like, you learned L cancel. When do you like do your L cancels? Like, because that's got to be so hard without fast falling. Like, I do fast fall and L cancel, it's just I haven't, like I do use fast falls, it's just where I'm saying, like, in regards to L canceling and wave dashing, in comparison, I've, like, spent more time focused on, like, gotcha, the concepts of, like, what the utility of doing an L cancel or a wave dash is, more than I've, like, focused on the utility of I mean, L cancel is very straightforward. It's like, what is the utility of it? It makes us twice as fast on landing. Yeah, and, like, I guess, like, makes things link into each other that wouldn't otherwise link into each other. That is that is what happens when we're twice as fast. Yes. Yeah. Wave dashing, I think, is a little more interesting, but fast falling, I think, is, like, low key kind of neat, because, like, it's what makes our side dash and stuff work. Yeah, I think I just, like, also, I'm just, like, struggling, and I think, I use A and Z a lot for aerials, where I should be, I think... C-stick is important. Have to do with C-stick. Yeah, like, I think that I need to start doing Claude DJs, C's and stuff. Don't you have a fob? Don't you have a fob? You could just Z jump. One of us. Yeah, I don't... So you do Z jump? No, but I know that, like, our Yoshi player does, and he swears by it, and I'm probably going to give it a whirl. I don't know if I'll stick with it, but... I haven't tried it. So maybe I should give it a shot, but... So once this guy is done, like, you know, his fox thing. Yeah. Gotta make them work for it. There it is. No Fox player has ever worked for anything in their life. That was the joke. But nah, I mean, you gotta work to learn how to do this stuff, but then, yeah, from there it's pretty straightforward up tilting. Okay. But so let's go do direct, because I'm gonna show you some I'm gonna show you some ideas that will hopefully get you started. I'm just gonna lower the volume on this because this is really loud. Okay, cool. So I guess I'll be Ness. Yeah, that's fine, because, like, a lot of this stuff we can do with just them, and if there's anything we need to. Yeah. So I think that the biggest thing with fast falling is that, like, so how do you do your aerials right now? Like, do a double jump cancel up air for me. Okay. Do it. I do fast fall. I I do fast follow those, but I don't. I like slide from X to Y to A, and then Z to L cancel it.
Do you find it like more consistent than double tapping?
Yes. I'm not as consistent with double tapping, not like as quick as just sliding. But I think that it's something I could like work towards and get the speed built up.
The one thing I don't like about the sliding the two buttons is that I don't feel like I have as much precision.
Yeah, like I don't have. I do agree with that. Like I only really have like this timing down.
Yeah, and for Nair it makes sense.
Double tap, I can. Yeah.
So I feel like you're probably going too fast actually on the double tap. Why don't you try like putting a slight beat?
Ah, yes, you're right.
Yeah, like slight beat between like the first jump and the second one, and then you can do the aerial whenever you want. But like,
you jump, do the second jump, and then fast fall, right?
Second jump aerial then fast fall. So let's break this down into like step by step. So from here, jump, double jump, and then aerial at fast fall. Slow, nice and easy. There you go. That was a good one. And then we just want to L cancel too.
And then the L cancel, I need to learn how to L cancel with L then.
Oh, I'm using R for this.
L cancel with. Oh, you're using R. Okay.
Yeah. Do you think you can't, or?
I just am not acclimated to that.
Well, you could also L cancel with L. Like, it doesn't really... Like, the L cancel is, like, the least dependent part of this. Like...
I guess. So, yeah, it's the claw... Like, you're talking about clawing Y, and then you L cancel
I'm using
R.
standard grip for this. I'm using my...
Standard grip?
Yeah, what are you using? Are you using claw?
Okay. Yeah, I was using claw. So you're saying...
So for claw,
You're using A for the aerial.
I was on standard grip. Mine look like this when I use claw.
Yeah, I'm just having a hard time with the sequence, but it's something I can work on.
Yeah, I think that double tap is the better method overall. I don't know how you feel, but like I think it's easier to like be consistent with. It's just like you slow down a little bit, like compared to how fast you can go.
Yeah, this is just a matter of me getting the L canceled timing down with the double tap, because.
And yeah, like that fast fall was good. That one was good. Yeah, if your jump isn't coming out, then it means that like
okay, I see. Yeah.
Because you're probably tapping during the jump squat. I can't actually go that fast. That means like you're going faster than me. So that's one big thing. So like I think that getting your double jump cancels like standardized around like doing about using a more precise method, I think that will help you. The other thing that I'm noticing is that like, okay, so when you go for these PK fires, what is the purpose of them? Like, why are you trying to do them?
Catch like a retreat, like, or to either get them into, like, if I send them into a knockdown where I wouldn't have, it would be, but actually now that you're, like, this is where I'm just, like, misunderstood, I think. Like, I think out of habit, I've been doing that at, like, a lower level, and it catches some people, so I just, like, feel good about it over the time period of me playing.
Yeah.
Where I probably do have the time to just run up. Like, I'm thinking, like, if I get a throw into a knockdown, it'll...
Yeah, you can
hit the reset, like the
but why wouldn't we just pop them up?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that's like we have other things that can go over there that are more
impactful,
reasonable. Yeah, reasonable to do, and
reasonable.
Like,
reasonable
safer,
is not reasonable is not like a descriptor that gives us a benefit. So that's why I like impactful, because it's like
impactful. Yeah, it actually
pops them up for a combo with a lot of impact. Like
yeah, I guess when I'm going for them, I'm trying to get them catch their retreat, or I'll like hit them into attack where like it would be kind of a far distance for me to try to go to a reset. I'll try to PK fire instead, or I'll do it just in general, catching their retreat and then punish them from it. But better players can just SDI out of it, and I can't reach them in time anyway. So yeah, I think that the dash attack is probably more impactful, like you're saying. Like,
yeah, you also have like
either
you have things like this that kind of like serve that function anyway if you like practice them. Like, I know that I've only hit 1.1% of these, but like yeah, like it's just
I've been trying them so much more lately.
like they're good, and I think that on Stadium and like Stadium Yoshi's Fountain, like they're not that hard to do. Like these ones are I'm messing up, but like honestly the one I find most useful is like this one. So just double jump and then do it. Yep. So with his PK fire, it doesn't store momentum the way that his other double jump cancels do. So don't try to treat it like one. Think of it more like you have to get like the exactly. You have to get the opening frames of like when he starts to build momentum. But yeah, like that would be like I find this one like out of full hop because it just kind of like fits in well with his like natural combat, you know? Like, it's not like I'm, like, having to, like, commit to a waveland or something weird to, like, set it up. It's just like, oh, I'm jumping around with Ness, which I normally do anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. The other thing I'd say, though, is why do you up smash? Like, what are you trying to do with your up smashes?
Either, like, catch a miss tech, or just catch, like, a quick approach to set up the yo-yo glitch.
Okay, so like catching like, a nair or something.
Like kind of as like an undershoot sometimes too. Like if somebody just like keeps wave dashing in, or like not wave dashing, but
like if I nair in like this. Grounded.
Yeah, like sometimes.
So it's a much slower move, I think, than you think it is.
Yeah.
Like if I come in with this nair, how do you like? Can you yo-yo it? Try to hit me with a strong hit on the landing, though. Yeah, see, that's good. So, like, I feel like this is... Okay, yeah. So this is, like, Like, we need to space that move with more precision. But I think that the big thing here is just... When you do these fairs like this, like, without the fast fall, you look at how much time, like, you're giving the opponent to, like, react to you, right?
Yeah.
What I would say here is... Try to, like, you do your aerials... falling more. Like, you want your aerial, try to do your aerials descending more with fast fall, especially if you're going up with them in a with a short hop. The other big thing is just like getting used to using your DJCs, because I don't see you use like up airs. I don't see you use back airs very often. It's one of the best things about the character. We need to use those. And then a lot of the stomps you go for are very, very optimistic. We need to, like, remember, the opponent will just... the opponent can... Like, it's a slow move, and it is, yes, it's really powerful, and yes, it has good auto-cancel. But the opponent can just, like, not choose to not fight it, right? In those situations, we really need, like, Fair's hitbox, because it just does more. The biggest thing that I think that I could say for you, just, like... Whatever, like... So, when you practice... If you practice, what usually goes into that?
Usually going into Uncle Punch.
Which mode?
It's usually just a warm-up. I'll go into L-cancel training with the act out of lag, I think, or whatever you would call it, turned on overlay. I'll do that for about 10-15 minutes, and then I'll either do that or I'll start with like the wave dash one.
Can you turn on Uncle Punch for me real quick?
Yeah.
And then stream to me so I can like capture this. But yeah, we're gonna... Is that... Do you ever use Uncle Punch for anything else?
I use it... I haven't used it in a little while for like just like looking at combo, like DI and combo. You showed me a little while back.
Okay.
Like us in the Ness Cord when you went over DI with everybody.
Okay.
Like I've done a little bit of work, just like, or I'll go into the combo training and just practice chain grabs against spacies.
Oh, I hate combo training. There's so many better modes. Okay, so like, let me know when Uncle Punch is on your screen, and I'll take a look-see.
1 second, I'm gonna just turn the volume down on it.
Perfect. Okay, beautiful. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's go into the training lab. We're gonna go Ness. Perfect. It's on Fox. That's fine. FD, Battlefield, wherever you want to go. Okay, so in settings, like CPU options, real quick, we're gonna go with smash DI frequency from medium to none. Thank you. Trajectory DI, random's fine. Toggle is percent to 30 for me. Thank you. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to go out of here into general and DI display on. So then we're going to come out of the menu and we're going to create a save state real quick using the D-pad. Now hit him. Hit him with like a real move, like an up air or something.
Okay, yeah, we can see the...
Right, and we can load back that trajectory as well. Like, we can load back that starting position. So is it... How do you find this for a combo and, like, practice tool?
I think this is probably better because it has the visual of where they're going. I have, like, used this a little bit since you showed us in the Ness board. But, like I said,
Mm-hmm.
This is, like, not necessary. Oh, can you hear me?
Yep. Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You good? You can hear me?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No
Is
worries.
the audio all messed up now?
I can hear a lot of the game music, but that's okay. So what were you saying, though?
So yeah, a lot of the time I spend in practicing is just playing unranked and not necessarily on Uncle Punch, like figuring out things like combo routes and such that I should...
Like, that up air dash attack up air was really good. That's one of the standard ones that, like, I would say that is, like, kind of like a... That's one of, like, the main routes that we use with the character out of up throw, or out of, like, raw up air stomp up throw. Like, so yeah, like, you're already gravitating towards some of the strong things with the character. You can also turn DI off, like DI into trajectory DI none or trajectory DI inward to get a sense of, like, the range that he goes. Like, if you have him go, like, full towards... Oh, smash DI...
Sorry, no, yeah. Sorry, you're saying trajectory... Or...
Yeah, trajectory DI.
Yeah.
So put him on inwards, just for funsies. So he's just going to DI in. Like, he's going to go as close to you as possible after he's hit. And you can see, like, it's not actually that easy to combo him off of everything, right?
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
This is how we learned how those timings and, like, hits flow together. And because it's a controlled environment where we can toggle the percent, we can change the save state, we can, like, adjust his DI, we can even put custom DI on if we want. We can control what he does out of the combo. Like, this gives us a good sandbox for getting used to our character. This is also where we would do save states. So if we want to mess around with save states, this would be the mode to do it in. So I think that this is a really valuable tool for picking things up. I recommend playing around with it because I think that it's mainly L canceling, fast falling, and using your DJCs more effectively, and just like attack selection really. This gives you a very good way of doing that. If you want, you can even turn hitboxes on.
Yeah.
Have you done that before?
Yeah, I've like, when, I have like messed around in this mode. It's not like part of my, I guess, practice routine as much as it should be.
Yeah, I would say that what I would recommend, because you like playing more than you like practicing, right?
Yeah, there's times when I do want to just practice because I know it's like necessary. But yeah, I'd spend my time a lot more just playing, yeah.
So what I would suggest is to like help with the motivation side of things. Try to dedicate a small but impactful and most importantly sustainable amount of time at the beginning of your session to doing stuff like this. So like I would say 10 to 15 minutes. If you have an hour, I'd say 10 to 15 minutes tops. And then play, because then what you do is your brain will get used to thinking of this as like, oh.
Yeah. I think that's honestly how I like. I'll show you like what I had been doing prior. Like that's kind of how like just doing this to learn how to Edgeguard. Like probably a year or two ago, I was just doing this a lot before I'd play, like warming up, just like hitting Fox off stage.
Oh, use fair.
Yeah.
Short up fair. Try to do it in place. You don't have to fast all these ones. Like you want the orb to like overlap like as he's coming up, kind of. And like yeah, you just land and like you land on the corner, so then you can strong hit him. Like you're trying to like get the end of the orb where like the strong hit is to like, or like the last bit of the orb to like overlap with when he's like getting hit, or like when he's like getting near the edge. Yeah. So you know it's the last hit of the fair that's the strong one, right? Yeah, that one.
Yeah, no, that's I see now.
Yeah, that's the vision. Yeah, so it's just timing around like
I'm like doing it too early.
You're doing it too early.
Too late.
Usually you've been too early and too late. You'll get the hang of it. So that one was too early. I mean, sorry, too late. That one was good. So this one we want. There you go. That one was perfect.
Yeah, I was like doing stuff like this, and I agree with you where you're saying like if I do this, I did see a lot more improvement in my play when I was doing this like prior to playing for about like 10 minutes, and then I would hop on unranked or ranked, and then also the same thing with like, I mean, you're saying not to use combo training, but I could do the same thing in here with just like one of the ways that I figured out like when I was like really a beginner on how to like jab reset was through just like repetition, like you were talking about, like prior to playing, just like putting them in mistech and jab resetting over and over again from down throw. And like I know that's not going to work in practicality, but it just like got that muscle memory down of like reacting to like them missing tech with a jab or a down tilt.
So let me ask
doing
you,
that prior, so,
what moves would set up no tech? Like what moves would set up a knockdown that we could like down tilt after, presumably?
Probably a like. Probably like
back air at like 20.
Yeah, back air at like 20, up air around this time period or around that too, like that.
Yeah.
Dare.
So what if? So if we're practicing punishes and getting in and building habits, why don't we use things that like actually come up in matches? Because now that we are
I know that the down throw is not going to come up in a match. That's what I was saying. But like, yeah, I think that probably you're probably right. I should practice it that way. Where is this CPU?
Yeah.
Tech.
And then it would be percent. Set them to 25. 25 is good. And then we'll just save state. Yeah. Oh, it's because of the staling. Okay, yeah, and you need him. He needs to be at 30.
Oh wait, I can just reset too, right? Or is there a reset?
I don't know actually.
I think I can do that. Store. No.
You could try. Yeah, this is fine. Either way though, like, yeah, and then we can just save here. Either way though, I think that like this mode alone is like, is a pretty good thing for you to like, this is a very useful mode to like have as a takeaway. And I think that you'll be again, this will be recorded so it'll go up, but Is there anything I can help you with kind of in our last couple seconds together, or do you think you're in a good place for the moment?
I think you've given me a good solid chunk of things to work on. I appreciate the time.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah.
And do you have any feedback for me on what do you have any feedback for me, or are we just in a good place right now?
I think we're in a good place.